Hello, welcome FitTribe. I am, sorry, let me clear my throat a little bit. So excited to talk to you guys today about making meal plans. Okay, I've got lots of information for you, so I want to make this as short and sweet as possible, but feel free to watch this video, rewatch it, do your own thing. But these are tried and true tips that have helped me, and I want to help you feel super confident in your food choices, relieve the stress of what in the world do I eat? Because I know if you are a busy mom, that is one thing that every evening you're thinking, what in the world we're going to eat? And when you are eating healthy meals, you got to be a little bit planned. You can't just grab something out of the freezer and throw it together most of the time. You have to be a little bit of plan to at least have the healthier options in your freezer. So anyways, meal plans are simply just like, what are you going to eat next week? Okay. I have no idea how people grocery shop without meal plans. So we are going to your grocery list, your grocery shopping, and your meal prep is going to be all based on these meal plans. So this is where it starts, but I'm going to teach you how to keep it super simple and just have really solid plans that you feel confident with and just be able to rock it next week, because your results, I don't care if your results are weight loss, more energy, feeling good in your body, everything is going to be based on the food that you eat, with the fitness being kind of a subset of that. Next week is going to be so smooth. You're going to feel 100% confident in your choices, and that what you are doing is going to produce the results you're looking for. So here's my system. I do one breakfast option Monday through Friday. I do one lunch option Monday through Friday, and I do 4 dinner options Monday through Friday, with one of the nights most likely being some kind of a leftover night. I will hit on the weekends next week. So we're not even going to think about the weekends yet. Right now, we're going to get some solid plans for Monday through Friday. I'll talk about the weekend next week. So here's kind of the setup that I follow. So I follow To Be Mindset. I'll show you a little bit later how to find those resources. But for each meal and for my snacks, my goal is to have some kind of protein in it. Protein is going to help you feel full and satisfied. So you're not going to be craving something an hour later. You're going to be able to last a little bit longer without thinking about food again. It is going to help you in weight loss. It is going to help you build strong muscles so that you can see the muscles and see the definition and see the hard work that you're putting into these workouts. Okay, so every single meal is going to have protein in it. So keep that in the back of your mind. There's going to be a couple of things that are going to help you out with that. And one of those is going to be Shakeology, because that is one of your proteins, and one of your meals is kind of taken care of for you with Shakeology. So for breakfast, what does that look like? That looks like that you're going to have protein, because we have protein in every meal, and a carb. If you add veggies in your breakfast, that is awesome, but it's not a requirement. It is not something that you have to do. Okay, so half is going to be protein, the other half is going to be some kind of carb. That might look like, for me, Shakeology overnight oats. Shakeology is my protein, oats is going to be my carb. Okay, maybe you can add a little bit more protein and add some eggs with that, or you can do eggs and toast, or eggs and some fruit. Okay, so those are just a couple of options for breakfast. Lunch is, I wouldn't say the most complicated, but you have 3 different things that you're looking for in your lunch. The first thing being protein, as you guys know. The second thing is going to be carbs, and those are going to be equal. So if you're like looking at your plate, your amount of protein and your amount of carbs are going to be equal amounts. Just look at it. Literally, if you're having chicken right here. If you're having rice is going to be right here, and those are going to be equal on your plate. And then the rest of your plate the other half of your plate is going to be veggies. For next week, how this is going to look is actually not on a plate. I'm going to actually make some mason jar salads. And I will show you guys how I make those on Sunday, maybe Saturday. I'm not sure when I'm doing my meal prep yet, but whenever I do my meal prep, I'll show you what those looks like. But the protein is going to be, I'm going to grab some rotisserie chicken. We actually have a wedding out of town this weekend, so you get to see me being at my busiest. We also have T-ball this weekend. So I am going to do rotisserie chicken for my protein. I'm going to actually do like more of a fruit salad. So you'll see, some blueberries and strawberries as my carbs, my fiber-filled carbs. And then lettuce is going to be the majority, going to be the rest of mine, which is going to be my veggies for next week. Okay. Let's talk about dinner. So dinner is, again, protein in every meal. So you're going to do about a fourth of your dinner is going to be protein, and then the rest is going to be veggies. So that's about 75% is going to be veggies. So you're going to be eating lots of yummy veggies. Don't worry, I've got lots of fun ideas in the meal plans, but one of those could be stir fry. I absolutely love doing stir fry because I buy those big bags of stir fry veggies. It's like a mix of all kinds of veggies like broccoli and carrots, all chopped up already for you, but it's a frozen bag of like stir fry veggies from the grocery store. And then I usually do some ground turkey along with it and throw it all together, and it's a stir fry. And I do like liquid aminos. I like adding, oh man, what is it? Sesame oil, I think is what it is. A little sea salt and pepper, mix it all together. It's super easy, but a really yummy dinner. That is veggies most, 75% veggies, and then protein. Okay, and then I'm also going to be doing a taco salad. If you're like, oh my gosh, I did salad for lunch, I can't do a salad again for dinner. There's lots of other things. You can do like a taco, like nachos, like bell pepper nachos. You do like a layer of bell peppers and then put the taco meat on top, and then whatever toppings you want, throw it in the oven. But super easy. For snacks, so with To Be Mindset, snacks are optional. And my biggest question is, am I hungry or am I thirsty? Do I need food or do I need water? So I always try to drink my water first and then I go to it. But another question I ask myself is, before I grab a bunch of foods for snacks, is can I control myself around this? So there's lots of options that you can have for snacks, but sometimes if you're like me, I just can't control myself around certain things. So there's lots of like fiber-filled carb options and things like that are fit the requirements for To Be Mindset, but I will sit and like eat the whole box of it, especially if it's like crackers and things like that. So one go-to for me that also has protein in it, I love doing like plain Greek yogurt, just a little bit of peanut butter. A little peanut butter goes a long way. Or if you want to do something crazy, you can do plain Greek yogurt and add a scoop of Shakeology or scoop of Recover, a little water, and mix it together. A little, I'm talking about like a dab of water. And mix it together. And it is like, they call them Wonder Whips. They're so stinking good. But I've been doing plain Greek yogurt, a little bit of peanut butter, a little drizzle of honey, and a little bit of sprinkle of chocolate chips, and it is so yummy. It's like a dessert in a bowl, like a little pudding type thing. So good. So that is kind of the layout of food. So I want to take a minute to show you where you can find these things. And I can already tell that this video is going way too long. So I am hoping that it is helpful. Okay, so where can you find things? So let's talk about where to find my plans. So one thing that you can do is literally just look through my plans on here. So in the Facebook group, my plans are always right here attached to featured. If you scroll over, you can see all of our old plans also. So if you want to cruise through other plans, they're all right there. So you might see our welcome post. Just go over, swipe over, and you'll see old plans there. So start there. I'll post them on here. You can use those or you can make your own. If you're like, okay, I like the lunch option, I like a couple dinner options, maybe I want to find some others. One thing I recommend is you can either write it out on paper, what you're going to eat. I recommend you doing this digitally. And you guys, I am so old school. I love paper and pencil, but meal plans is something I do digitally. Here's why. You can reuse them. Most of the time, I am reusing old plans and I maybe just like adjust a dinner recipe or adjust a lunch recipe, but I use the rest of the plans. I like to use what's called Google Keep, and that is you can search for specific recipes in there. After you start adding meal plans week after week in there, but other resources you can use is the Body app. So you will see that when you go to nutrition and the eating plans, you can see that there are resources. There are new recipes. You can click there and find tons of yummy, awesome recipes right here. But this is where you'll watch your videos if you haven't done so yet. And you can also see that there's resources. So there's PDFs that you can print out. I like to print out the food list and highlight the foods that I know I will like, because especially if you're someone who calls yourself a picky eater, or I know some of you all are gluten-free, some of you all are dairy-free, some of you guys don't eat meat, and there are resources in here that will help you get specific on your specific eating needs. But I also love using Pinterest. So I have boards that I'll share in the comments below that are boards for breakfast, lunch, and dinner specifically that meet the requirements for the eating plans. So I think that is all the resources I have. Once again, you want me to look at your plans? I'm happy to do so, but give it a shot. And I am so excited for us to really fully kick off next week and you guys feel confident in your food choices and start seeing results. So I'll talk to you guys later.